I'm here with the one and only, the sexiest Belgian I know, Anthony Ray. Welcome to the show.
I do appreciate it. Thank you. But it's not true. Well, it's the sexiest Belgian you know.
Message?
I'm the only Belgian you know.
I know your dad and Khan.
True. So I will take that compliment. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Welcome to the club, good sir. Now, that's to preface what we're about to react to. Mm-hmm. Now, this is kind of crazy. I just thought it'd be fun to react to, but as we talked right before I hit record, this fool doesn't even know who Rod Stewart is.
He asked me, Rod Stewart, something about I'm a sexy man. So he said, at first he said, yo, I'm a sexy man. I said, P, please, please. I'm not into that. But then he said, no, it's the song by Rod Stewart. Something about sexy people. I don't know. And he asked me if I knew it. I said no. And then I had to look up. I'm like, who is Rod Stewart?
Yeah.
I have not. This is the thing with the classics. I forget names sometimes. And I'm like, I don't think I've ever heard of Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
Rod, right?
Yes.
Not Rob.
Rod.
R-O-D. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, here we are.
What we're doing isn't a substitute for the original, and we always want to send people back to the original to support that. So, yeah, let's get it, man. You ready?
I was born ready for some Rod Stewart, man.
I don't know if this is the first. Technically, when I introduce people, I try to introduce them to like Maggie May or something, but we got, you know what I'm saying?
To what?
He has a song called Maggie May.
Maggie May?
Yeah. But I think it's fitting. So let's go. Yo. What does the sexiest Belgian think about this song?
This is like, to me, because I've been diving deep into this band, it's not a comparison. It just makes me think of this, right? This reminds me of a funky, groovy version of Journey. Because Journey is from that era. This is 70s, right?
I think so. 70s. I forget when this dropped.
It looks very 70s with the skin tight, leather pants.
The thing with Rod Stewart, he went through different eras. So it's kind of interesting that I introduced you with this because this kind of has a disco feel.
Yeah, disco.
Are you into ABBA? ABBA, like Dancing Queen?
I know some of their stuff. I don't think I've ever done an ABBA reaction, but I know who they are.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, am I into that? No.
I felt like this is in the same vein. Like this would be on that same type of playlist is what I was getting at.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very good. I see why this works. I like the chorus a lot. I like everything. I like the raspiness in his voice. Also, like on a little technical thing with the guitar, they also play with the stereo. They play with left and right. So it's almost like a setup, and then the two guitar tracks. I don't know if it's two guitarists or just one guitarist recording two separate tracks. Like my dad said yesterday in Black Sabbath, they would record, the guitarist would record two solos, and one would be in the right ear, one would be in the left ear. So what happens here is the guitarist, the first audio track is panned to the right ear, and he goes da-da, and then the second guitar finishes it off da-da-da-da on the left ear.
Yeah,
I don't know if you noticed that, but they
I
play
didn't know
around
the intricacy of it, but I heard that that sound signature you're talking about.
Yeah, and also the key. I like the keys a lot. I don't know if it's necessarily the synth or whatever. Look at that, man. That's what it used to be.
Yeah,
you would have 3 rows of keys. Nowadays, everything's just digital, one small device. But look at that.
Yeah. For the people in the comments, y'all can clarify. I felt like, from what I'm learning about Rod Stewart, he had different eras, and this was kind of like a disco era kind of thing. Like he's kind of venturing. He was experimental, and some people loved it and some people didn't. It just depends on what you went there for. But he has he's like a chameleon in my opinion. He just has a lot of dope music. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways. That's AR when his tips died.
Man. Come on, bro. I'm not dying no tips.
Yo, I forgot this story, bro. I haven't told it on my channel yet. This hook. Yeah. So I was always in private school or homeschool. My parents tried to.
For real?
Yeah, my parents tried to shelter me from all the societal stuff.
Damn, BP went to private school.
Not like
not know that.
Not like not a rich private school, like a Christian school.
I'm playing.
So it was private, meaning it wasn't public. But like you're talking about like these charter schools or these like I don't know like anyways. I was homeschooled and then I went to a church school, which was a private school, but it wasn't expensive. It was just like anyway. But we did go to public school. And I remember my first day on the bus, and now I'm like, oh, this is why my parents didn't have me go to public school. Fools were bringing out the porno mags and just crazy stuff. But one thing I remember was kids singing, like someone was singing the If You Want My Body and You Think I'm Sexy. And I remember that from a kid. I remember, and then I reacted to this. I was like, that's where it's from. There's certain things like people just would say things and it sticks with you as a kid. Mm-hmm. And then you hear the song later in life. You're like, wow, that's crazy. But this was one I remember on the back of the bus. These girls were singing this. And I was like, that's crazy.
You know, I went to a Catholic school.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
I was also raised, I was baptized and I had what's it called? Communions?
Yes. Yep.
I had them. So as a church.
I was baptized in the Catholic church too when I was young.
You know, like I grew up like that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess rebellious phases started early. I was not, how did you say that? Like the opposite of being exposed to all of that, like hidden from that, like you said. That was not the case with I don't know. In my situation, I've saw and heard everything that was trending back then.
Well, so I was sheltered from it.
Sheltered, that's the word.
I was sheltered from it. But when we got to America and I went to public school, it was game over. And even to this day, now I understand why my parents sheltered me from it, because it did change the trajectory of certain habits and certain things. Even to this day that affected me from seeing things when I was young, you know? Yeah. So it's just kind of how it goes. But anyways, it is what it is. Let's get on some sex in May. He's wearing Uggs, bro, before Uggs were even invented. That's crazy.
So you said he does different genres, right?
Yeah, I mean, different style. Like, I just felt like as I'm re-listening to that, that's very disco-esque and a little bit of poppy. You know?
He sounds like he could be in a rock band doing screams.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm curious to know if he's done that, because his voice is perfect for it, because he has that. Well, there is also, I think, a little bit of like a distortion filter on it. Not as like with a electric guitar, but like there's a filter on his vocals. You know what I mean? Alongside the basic stuff like EQ, compressing. But I do hear something there which makes it have more width, right? But then there's this natural rasp to his voice.
Yep.
Like this, almost this vocal fry thing going on. And he's somewhat screaming, not screaming, but somewhat singing through it in a powerful way. Like the way he's singing the chorus is not easy to do.
Yeah.
The way he did that chorus. So yeah, I'm curious if he's done some rock stuff here and there, because I know, you know, from experience, you know, when I would do like John Farnham, for example, and I'm doing, there's very pop songs that he has, and then people tell me like, yo, he's covered Led Zeppelin and AC/DC, and I'm like, what? And then I listen
didn't
to
know
it,
that
I'm like,
about
this is
John Farnham.
Oh, brother,
I need to check
and I'm
those.
like, this is ridiculous. This is amazing. He just covers it, and it was, I think the Led Zeppelin cover was it Black Dog or whatever. It was that or the AC/DC one. He did it before a show as a warm up, something like that. People told me that, and I'm like, this dude killed it, and he's just doing it. So
yeah, I'll put you on to some more Rod Stewart. I think
Please
you'll
do.
rock with him. And yeah, he has these layers and this range. I just thought this was fun. And
Yeah.
even like when we record, my whole thing is introducing you to new stuff and having fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, sometimes we can technical nerd out about some music if that's the vibe, but to that one specifically, it's just about having fun. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, yeah, man, that is Anthony Ray's introduction to Rod Stewart.